All right. So let's talk about Doctor Strange what is it? Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
And the Multiverse of Madness.
Which surprisingly wasn't that mad with the multiverse.
Well, I mean, they went mad because of the Darkhold.
Yeah, but the Darkhold isn't the multiverse.
No, but it was involved in a lot of the universes where they went mad.
Sure. Okay. You start, and then I'll jump in.
Sure. So Doctor Strange got a new movie out. Starts off, he's at a wedding. He's giving away the girl he loves, but he understands he can't be with her because it's to protect her, but he still cares for her.
He still wants her.
He still wants her.
Yeah.
Of course. And all of a sudden this octopus eye thing starts attacking the city and seems like it's chasing something or someone, and then he gets involved, in superhero fashion because something's destroying the city. They chase it down, they battle it, there's cool fight scenes, buses get cut in half.
Well, this is a riveting review.
So far, they end up defeating that, and then he finds out that there's a character that many people know, America Chavez?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Who has the power to portal through dimensions.
Yes.
In the shape of a star.
Yes. And I love how she wears the stars and stripes on her jacket.
Sure.
And her name's America.
Well, yeah, because isn't she like...
I thought it was just a little on the nose, that's all.
Yeah, obvious, but what's her actual character name?
America Chavez.
That's her real name.
Oh, her superhero name? I have no idea. All I know is in the comic, America Chavez is an alien who comes to Earth and appropriates the identity of Hispanic, but is not actually Hispanic. She's an alien pretending to be Hispanic.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure she was a shapeshifter or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that might have been retconned by now, and she's from an alternate dimension, and she always had this Hispanic form. I guess at some point they were like, ooh, this might be a little too much about cultural appropriation. And she's somebody who's pretending to be Hispanic. We have enough of those. Let's actually just try and make her real Hispanic.
Fair. So basically...
Which they did in the movie.
They realize that that it's like a mystical spell or something, and they need help from another spellcaster, kind of.
So basically, America has been using her star teleportation powers to pop from multiverse to multiverse because something mystical is chasing after her.
Yeah.
It usually comes in forms of monsters at this point in the story.
Mm-hmm.
She eventually lands in 616 Doctor Strange's lap in the main MCU.
Yeah.
Gets help from him and Wong, and then Strange says he knows a witch who might be able to help, and at that point goes to the Scarlet Witch, and
everything seems all peaceful. She's happy after the events of WandaVision.
Yeah.
She's got her own little orchard. Everything seems cool, and then she makes a slip that every stereotypical slip happens, where she makes
a villain, yeah,
where she says her name or something.
So basically, Doctor Strange has talked to her about needing help to protect this girl who's jumping from multiverse to multiverse because some big mystical force is chasing after her. Wanda is all like helpful and wanting to participate and help protect the girl, but then she makes a slip about saying the child's name, which Strange never told her. And then Strange figures out quickly that she's the mystical force chasing after this child.
Yeah. So then she says, you either hand her over or I'm going to take her. Then they go to...
Comatage,
yeah.
Or Carmitage, I can't remember.
The mystical
temple for all the wizards.
Doctor Strange learned how to be Doctor Strange. And she attacks them. There's actually a really cool scene where they have like a shield up, but then she's able to manipulate them through the shield to get their doubt, to make them slip, and then she like breaks through. She just annihilates everyone, which was kind of cool. And then they end up, I guess, portaling out at some point, her and Doctor Strange. And, what's his face gets captured, the new...
Wong
gets captured. And then they're running. Oh, and then there was, I think when they jumped there's that transition between all the different dimensions.
Yeah, that's when they had that little quick montage of going through all those multiple dimensions.
We were paint in one of them.
Which kind of annoyed me because I thought we were going to get more of the multiverse. See, I thought that we would have got a few stops along the way where they landed in somebody's multiverse. We saw an old character from Marvel movie past that's not part of the MCU try to team up with them and help them fight the Scarlet Witch before she had the port to the next universe. I thought we would have got a couple more of those.
Yeah.
Instead, they just land in that one alternate universe with a bunch of characters and alternate reality versions we never kind of really met.
Did Sam Raimi direct this?
He did.
He did. I thought so, based on that one scene. Okay, I knew it.
All right. And so they end up in, I think it's Earth 838. Which in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Illuminati is in control of this universe.
Which I like those storylines in the comics.
So
nice to see.
we finally get to see Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier in an official MCU movie.
Yep.
Anson Mount returns to play Black Bolt once again.
Who?
Anson Mount. He played Black Bolt in the awful short-lived Inhumans television series that was...
Is that the guy from Hell on Wheels?
It is, and it's also the guy who plays Pike in the new Star Trek series. Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Wait a minute.
Is all the wheels turning for you now?
Well, I didn't realize that was him under the costume. I thought they just threw some generic...
No, it's
guy.
Anson Mount again.
Oh, it's him again. Okay, cool. I like that actor.
So, yeah, he's back as Black Bolt. We get to see John Krasinski, the fan dream casting as Mr. Fantastic. Apparently, fandom just wants him as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know why. They just do.
I don't even know who is he. I don't recognize him right
He's Jim from The Office, and he's also Jack Ryan from the current Jack Ryan television series.
Wait, like Jim? Like the
bum.
He's always like clean shaven?
Yeah, and sometimes has stubble and stuff. And then he's just...
That guy?
It's that guy. Just with older and with a beard.
Well, fair.
So we get to see him. And then the other members of the Illuminati are Peggy Carter as like a Captain America knockoff, which they just call Captain Carter, because it plays on the...
Technically, she was Captain Britain.
I know, that's exactly it. She's Captain Britain, but they never want to say Captain Britain. They just constantly say Captain Carter.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't you just say Captain Britain?
Yeah.
Anywho, basically they take the same plot point as they did in an episode of What If.
Oh yeah.
If Peggy got the super soldier serum instead of Steve. So we have Captain Carter. We also have a different Captain Marvel. In this one, Monica's mom Maria, I guess, was the test pilot that day and got infused with Kree radiation and became Captain Marvel. Remember the Captain Marvel movie? They crash landed. The experimental ship exploded and then Carol got
No, I remember that movie.
Imbued
but
with.
I remember what you're talking about in this movie.
Okay, so Maria was in there. Maria was her best friend, her co-pilot, and Maria had a daughter, Monica, who we later saw older in WandaVision.
Okay.
So Maria from the Captain Marvel movie. So basically, it flipped. It was like Maria who got imbued with the Kree radiation and became Captain Marvel. So we have that version of Captain Marvel in this film. Am I missing anybody? Let's see.
Well, yeah, the Doctor Strange equivalent.
Yeah. We get there too. So so we meet this universe's version of Mordo, who is now the Sorcerer Supreme, who is also part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And he replaced their version of Doctor Strange after they defeated Thanos, because apparently their version of Doctor Strange went too far, caused an incursion with another universe, and they decided killing him was the best step to avoid this ever happening again, instead of basically just, more or less putting the handcuffs on him kind of thing and being like, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You can't use the Darkhold, you gotta watch out what you're doing. And we kind of need you to fight off incoming incursions from other universes, but we're gonna kill you just so you know how hardcore this Illuminati is.
We'll do what we have.
This hardcore Illuminati who is not going to be all murdered within less than 5 minutes after being introduced. That's how hardcore we are.
I know.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Less than 5 minutes after all these members of all the members of the alternate reality Illuminati were introduced, that were so hardcore they could do anything. They are quickly murdered, all murdered by Wanda, with the exception of Mordo.
By Wanda, who is dreamwalking
Yes.
into another body, which means not even full powered.
But that Wanda apparently had her powers.
She had her powers, but she was still being controlled vicariously from another dimension, so you could even argue that her full extent of what she could do was limited. Maybe that Wanda's...
I wouldn't say so. I would say because Wanda had the knowledge. The Wanda who was possessing her had the knowledge and knew what to do.
I just meant like a phone call is delayed when, I don't know. That's basically all I was going with.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt, like, even she could have been less powered just to show how low powered these really powerful people were.
But yeah, she easily kills them off,
yeah,
all within like a minute or two.
Oh, easily.
The only one who doesn't die is Mordo, who was left behind to guard Strange, who Strange leaves trapped in that catacomb thing he can't get out of. So he by default staying behind the guard Strange is the only thing that saved his life.
Yeah, he would have died.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Captain Carter gets cut in half, Captain Marvel gets a statue knocked on her. She takes away Black Bolt's mouth, so when he screams, he blows his head inside out. And then she rips Mr. Fantastic into a bunch of rubber bands and pops his head like a balloon. It's... and Xavier, she gets into a psychic mind battle and snaps his neck.
Oh, I know. And there were so many, like, darker parts of this film, like, when they were fighting the octopus... And he like just rips the eye out with a spear.
Yeah, I know.
And when she snapped his neck, it was like one of those like horror movie kind of things where they do that like, where they kind of disappear and reappear like a couple times. It was like,
I know, and this is what drives me nuts because the Illuminati sequence for me was the best part of this movie, and it needed to be longer. Like, we needed more interaction with these characters. There needed to be something more than just. You're here, we're going to bring you to the tribunal. We're going to judge you. Oh, no, wait. Scarlet Witch is here for the girl. Let's fight her. Oh, we're all dead. Oh, Stranger on the run again.
Yeah.
And then I thought at that point when they were they were going to port back and they were going to try to go through the multiverse again to get back, I thought we would have saw, once again, more opportunity for different multiverses.
We did. We saw another one.
We technically did, yes. But not in the way everybody thought and was hoping for.
Yeah.
Because Strange and, who is it, Christine, or alternate 838 Christine, not 616 Christine, get knocked out to another reality where it's confusing. See, initially I thought this was a world that an incursion happened on, that, and this is the result of it. Initially, that's what I thought they were going with.
I think that is what happened.
But hang on. But I don't know if it was actually an incursion with another reality, because they lean towards this. The Doctor Strange of that reality was obsessed with Christine, and remember he used the Darkhold to try to get her back. So it's confusing whether or not that universe was like that because it actually faced an incursion with another reality, or that Doctor Strange screwed up reality with the Darkhold, similar to the Doctor Strange screwing up reality in What If when he became all powerful. Remember?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is an incursion, this reality is messed up because of incursion, or that universe is Doctor Strange becoming too powerful with the Darkhold and accidentally destroying his own world.
Probably more likely.
Yeah, but that could have used a little bit more explanation.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. There's enough doubt there for sure.
Yeah. But yeah,
so they fight him
so they can get a copy of his Darkhold because the other Darkhold got destroyed earlier in the film. They defeat him they get into that music battle fight when they're throwing musical notes at each other.
Cool. I like that.
And then eventually our Doctor Strange knocks the evil Doctor Strange out of a window and he falls on like a spiky fence.
Yeah. impales, just straight up impale. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this movie? Like, this is like the darkest Marvel movie I've seen.
I'm like, "You sure this is PG-13?
No, it's not.
But they got away with it because I don't think there was like blood splatter when he fell in the spikes.
Oh, sure, yeah, that's probably true, but still.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Snapping
sure.
necks, impaling people, spearing an eye out. That's.
Well, they got away with the spearing the eye out of the creature because the creature is a monster and not a human being.
It's still dark.
But you can
It's
but if you're doing it, but the rules of the MPA are if you're doing it to a monster, an alien, or a robot, you can do all these horrific, awful things to that you couldn't normally do to a human in a movie that would automatically get you an R rating.
Fair. I agree with that 100%. But it's still dark.
Oh, I'm not saying it isn't.
It's still.
But that's
shoving
the
a spear into a living thing's eye and just ripping it on out.
But that's the loophole because it's an alien or a monster or a demon or a robot, and it's completely CGI.
To a kid, it's the same thing.
I know I'm saying that's how they get around it. But yeah, so they defeat Evil Strange, get the Darkhold from him. He's able to use the Darkhold to dreamwalk into the other dead Strange's body that was left on Earth 616.
Which we didn't cover when
at the beginning of the movie.
Chavez came. She brought the dead Doctor Strange with her, and he buried it in like a garden thing or under bricks or something on the top of a building at the beginning of the movie. So now he's possessing said dead body, which is really rotted. Apparently a lot of time has passed.
And I found like all the facial hair was gone. I'm like, it wouldn't have fallen out.
No, it would have actually been longer.
Yeah.
But
anywho, so yeah, he dreamwalks into the other dead Strange's body that's currently in the 616 universe.
And then you have
the
Zombie
fight.
Strange.
Then you have Zombie Strange fighting evil Wanda. Eventually Wanda gets what she wants. She's able to dreamwalk. No, she doesn't dreamwalk. She steals America's power to open a portal. What?
America decides to give her what she wants.
Yeah, but so regardless of how she gets it, she still takes it though. America gives it to her, but
she doesn't give her the power. America opens the portal for kids. She does.
Does she?
I swear it.
I thought Wanda took the power from her and then opened the portal.
I think she was trying and she got stopped multiple times. And then during the fight, America's like, I'm just going to give her what she wants. So she opened the portal, and she goes through the portal, and her kids are scared of her because she's evil.
And then she has to interact with the Wanda that she possessed earlier to kill the Illuminati.
Yes.
And then that Wanda basically makes her feel emotion because her children are scared of her, and then she's like, just know that they'll be loved, and pushes her back through the portal back into her own reality.
Yeah.
And then Wanda finally has an epiphany and like, oh no, what I'm doing is wrong. All the stuff I did that if I just took 5 seconds to think about, I shouldn't have done, I now feel bad about. I'm going to bring this evil Darkhold temple down on me, and that will save the day and fix everything I've done. Even though I've killed multiple people in multiple realities, everything is going to be A-okay.
And if you notice, there was a bit of a flash when she dropped the tower.
Yeah.
Part of me went,
oh, she teleported
out? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
She teleported out, and she's hiding somewhere. Or if, like I remember, she did take some of America's power, maybe she still has enough to open a portal to somewhere and just buggers off and does something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she can teleport anyway without that. She
can't teleport to an alternate
reality. Okay,
without America's power. So I'm like, if she did have a little bit of America's power left, she could have ported it to an alternate reality.
Yeah.
But she definitely teleported somewhere.
And her kids were still alive.
Yeah. Whether she's somewhere else on the planet or in an alternate reality now, we don't know. But she's somewhere.
She's got to be. She's got to be alive. Do we know for a fact she's still alive?
Well, considering that Elizabeth Olsen has signed a multi-picture extension, she's going to show up again somewhere at some point.
But will it be the same version?
That could be true. It could be an alternate reality version. It might not be the same version. I have a feeling we're eventually going to get back to this version of the Scarlet Witch at some point.
I hope so. Because at the end of WandaVision,
I love how in this movie,
Yeah.
she's searching the multiverse for another version of her children so she can be with them. But she's never ever searching for another version of her husband. She's never ever searching for another version of her brother. And she's never ever searching for another version of her parents. She doesn't try to, like, what I'm saying is she wastes her opportunity to try and find a complete family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but at that point where she is, the only thing she cares about is her kids.
Yeah, and the reason for that is budget and time.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like
now at the end of
and the fact that I don't
WandaVision-
think Paul Bettany has a contract anymore. I think WandaVision was the end of his old contract, and I don't know if he's re-signed.
Sorry, who?
Vision.
Oh, yeah.
I think that more or less had a bigger part in it. He hasn't signed on yet for any more.
That's
so
fair.
they're waiting until he does before we'll see White Vision again.
White Vision. I was gonna say. So at the end of WandaVision, I thought like it was gonna be okay. Everything was gonna be great. She was gonna be good again. So that coming into
But she got a hold of the Darkhold, and the Darkhold corrupted her like it corrupted
I understand that
Agatha?
now.
Yeah, and everybody else it touched.
I understand that now, but like at the end of the movie, it's like, yeah, we finally have Scarlet Witch.
But remember, it jumps to that scene at the end, though.
Yeah.
Where she's got the Darkhold, and she's using the Darkhold to search through the realities to find her children. You knew something bad was going to come.
Something bad was going to come from it. That's just not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Even though I should have.
Yeah.
So when that blip happened, it threw me off guard. I was like, what? I thought she was gonna. I thought they were gonna be fighting an evil Doctor Strange. What's going on here?
Apparently not.
And then it was her. Well, I really do hope she comes back and she's good. She's full on Scarlet Witch.
We'll see what happens.
That's my hope. Because, yeah, it really threw me off.
Yep.
Oh, and the guy I went to go see the movie with, he really didn't like that. It actually really upset him that happened. And I was like, wow, you're upset for some movies.
Yeah, I do have to say I did love the Bruce Campbell cameo.
Yes, that was what I was alluding to earlier. That is what made me told me Sam Raimi directed this movie. Because
The Pizza Papa.
The Pizza Papa. Oh, it was pizza.
Pizza Papa. Pizza Papa's gotta get paid.
And you know, she casts a spell on him or something, or he casts a spell
Doctor
on
Strange,
him.
yeah.
And he's just basically fighting himself and fighting himself and fighting himself, and then you wait through all the credits for that after the credit scene, and it's just Bruce Campbell turning to the camera and being like,
After he stops punching himself.
"It's over. It's finally over."
Yep.
And then it cuts, and that was it. It's like, that's what I waited for?
Yep.
I mean, it's worth it. I love it, but what?
It's a total classic Sam Raimi, Sam Raimi
really
moment.
was.
I loved it.
It was good. It was good.
It was also nice to see Danny Elfman back composing a score for Sam Raimi again.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they haven't worked together since Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
Because they had a lot of disagreements on Spider-Man 2. So Danny didn't come back to score Spider-Man 3. I think it was Christopher Young who scored Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
And they haven't worked professionally in years, but I guess they've made up over the years, and Danny was back to score this.
Very nice. Now, question: what is the next Marvel film after Doctor Strange?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
And that's what, November?
No, July.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yep.
Well, I look forward to seeing that one. I did enjoy this one.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a good film.
For me,
I understand why it's a bit mixed because it is a little over the place at times. And for me, what I was disappointed in is I wanted to see more multiverse in the Multiverse of Madness that we didn't quite get. It was like the Cliff Notes version of the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And there was more opportunity for cameos and bit parts from other actors who played like Ghost Rider, Hulk, etc. in the past that we didn't get in this.
Nope.
And or other versions of the X-Men or the Fantastic Four. It's like I was hoping they would actually go to a Fox universe and we get to see more X-Men.
Yeah.
Or even like say Deadpool at some point appearing in this.
That would have been cool.
But no. So I do feel this film's a bit of a letdown on that stance alone because
Of what could have been.
what could have been, because I felt like we were sold one bag of goods, but didn't quite get what was being advertised.
Yeah, I didn't. As I said, I thought she was going to be a hero in this, and I was very disappointed.
Well, no, I mean with the multiverse, I was expecting like
More,
and
yeah.
we didn't get. We basically got a taste.
Yeah.
I'm like, after Spider-Man No Way Home, you crack this open and you go full throttle,
Yeah.
and they didn't.
No.
So I feel like they're dragging their heels so they can do that in another film a little later down the road.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is, if you keep dragging it out, people won't be as interested. Like, this was the film to hit right after Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
And I felt they held back too much.
Now, excuse me, guys. I have a question.
Sure.
Do we know what the main bad guy is for this section plot of movies?
I don't know if it's Kang or Galactus, but it'll be somebody. We'll find out as we go further in. It's not as clear cut as the first three phases where it was Thanos. Maybe we'll find out later in this wave, or even
Do they
phase
even
5.
know?
I would say back in the day, yes. But after what we've seen so far in phase 4, I'm gonna say probably not.
No? Okay. Well, I look forward to figuring out what and who that is.
Yeah, me too.
Alright,
Alright, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and all that jazz. Sayonara.
adios.